What's up, everybody? It's Joe La Puma. You were watching the Complex Sneakers podcast. As always, I'm with my guys. First off, to my right, Mr. Matt Welty.
Melting here?
Very hot out.
Mr. Matt Welty.
Mr. Matt Welty. There we go.
Yeah.
To my left, always good for a pun.
Hi.
Always quick-witted,
Hi.
Mr. Brendan Dunne.
What
Brought the linen out. He brought the linen out.
What shorts wear of the year is this?
Right. I famously only allow myself 5 public wears of shorts.
What are you on?
This might be number 4.
Whoa, one more.
Yeah.
You brought the linen out, though.
Yes.
But when you say public wears of shorts, right? Does that include, say, you were just like in your apartment and had to like run and go get like a deli sandwich real quick and run back?
No,
Public
not
is when-
significantly public. Yeah.
That's
so
true.
5 times in a year of me being out for the day wearing shorts, and this one totally warranted.
Yeah, listen, it's hot. It's hot. I think we're a little all on edge.
How are your tenants?
Great.
How's the temperature in the building?
Everything's fine.
The
you
concern
sure?
on your face looks so
Are you
legitimate
sure?
right now.
Everything is fine, Joe.
Okay. How was the weekend?
Not great.
No? Not great as in nothing happened, or not great as in it was bad?
It's just, it was hot. I was thinking about work all weekend.
Sunday scaries?
My back hurt. Yeah, we had some setbacks. Yeah, I don't know. It's just
Literal setbacks.
yeah.
Your
Sometimes.
back, you have back problems now, too?
Oh yeah, been having.
I got some stretches I was doing before.
When you think about work stuff all weekend long,
Yeah.
I don't know. You think about how much your happiness in life is tied to the things that you achieve at work, or how much energy you put into the stuff that you make at work. And you're so invested in it emotionally, then if like one little thing goes wrong, or if one little thing looks a little shaky without being too specific, you're just like, wow, was I right to be so dependent on these feelings of, like writing is the only thing that can make you feel anything.
But you must have had a good weekend coming off the Banks episode, no?
Yeah, but there were other things going on. Yeah,
Okay.
we're happy about Lloyd Banks.
Do you get bigger satisfaction out of the things you accomplish at work or things you accomplish outside of work?
I mean,
Oh,
this
wow.
is the conversation. Like, honestly, at work, which I'm proud of and they mean a lot to me, but then when you don't achieve all the things you want to, or that things don't go the way you want at work, it's like, fuck, have I made a big mistake in making this my main source of happiness or satisfaction throughout my life?
Because I guess people always have like that conversation where it's like you want to like obviously achieve everything within work, but it's like what happens when everything is tied or anchored to the achievement.
There's just a lot of bleed over for our what we do.
It's like
that's
our hobby and
yeah,
our
exactly.
friends. And
so it's a
things
little
like that.
different, but I totally hear what you're saying.
Slow moving weekend. Some mosquito bites accrued.
Oof, tough one.
Yeah. How about y'all?
I mean, it was not adventurous weekend.
Okay.
No, I don't know. So I got food poisoning twice in the past like month and a half, which is fun times, right?
Wow.
I don't think
okay.
I talked about the first time. It was at my friend's birthday party.
What'd you eat?
It was like a kebab dinner. That was like maybe a month or two ago. And
Neither of us
everyone
were invited, so it's
everyone well, it was someone who you guys don't know.
fine. I said it's
Still,
fine.
But everyone, it was
why
a family. It was a family style dinner. So like there was like 20 people there, but like everyone in the groups of 5 like ate the same like shared plates or whatever. If that makes sense.
This feels like a word problem in math class in 6th grade.
Anyway, so it's like
the Zach G
they
gift
brought
with all
out
the
like
numbers?
four plates of kebab, but it was like enough for like 5 people. So it's like split down, whatever.
We know that your portion control.
Anyways.
Portion's got to
Anyway,
be right.
no, it was served family style, but
Yeah.
like they serve you in like you're at the sections of where you're sitting, and everyone I sat with like got food poisoning. So I knew it was like something like that, but it like messed my stomach up like for like a minute, and then off of I think one of the full size run shoots, we had gotten catered lunch, and I had like eaten it like after the shoot or whatever.
Thank God after.
Yeah, but like it was like hours after it had been delivered, and got sick off of that.
Yeah.
because I think my stomach was already dicey to begin with.
Damn.
So it's been like It's been like a GI, like a roller GI no Joe La Puma roller coaster.
Where's the Pepto Bismol sponsorship when you need it? Okay, so
All right,
my
bad weekend. Let's.
my
I'm
back
gonna.
is in pain. I'm emotionally in shambles. Welty's insides are being ravaged. Joe.
I had a good weekend.
Oh wow.
I had a good weekend.
Wow,
I went
must
to
be
Atlantic
nice.
City. Went to Atlantic City.
Yeah.
The Ocean
you were winning
AC.
Teddy bears or something? Did
Yeah, I
see
didn't
you on
gamble at
IG
all.
I saw
carrying
that.
around
I
a
didn't
giant
gamble at
stuffed
all.
animal?
What was bigger, the teddy bear or the calves in that photo you took?
Got a lot of comments about that. I got a lot of comments about the Cavs. Let me tell you though, I didn't gamble. I did gamble. Roulette, $60, 2.5 minutes gone. Right?
So you don't just put it all in one color.
because you
you
guys-
doing numbers,
No, yeah, you guys know my attention span.
right?
Very I put 20.
Wait, you have an attention span?
Yeah, I put exactly.
Hey.
I put 23. I put 8, and then it's
Okay.
I
23
I don't
is
I don't
Michael-
strategically. Yeah, I don't.
And 8 is the Mamba.
My number.
Oh.
And Mamba. I don't strategically bet because even with poker, when I would play poker in college, we'd have poker nights, and even if I was winning, I was like, "There's so much."
Who did you model your poker game after? Were you like a Doyle Brunson type,
Phil.
Tom Dwan?
No, Phil.
Phil Ivey?
Phil Ivey.
Yeah, not Phil Hellmuth.
I don't know who that is.
Gotcha.
That
But
was such a weird era
Yeah,
when like poker was like the biggest thing.
yeah. I think. Sorry.
no,
Sorry.
no. Go ahead.
No, it's
So
Yeah.
even if
Agree.
I was winning,
young
even if,
men of a certain age who like everybody at one point was into online
Yes.
poker.
even if I was winning, I would just be over it and I would just go all in, even if I was winning at a certain time, and then just lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So same thing at roulette, but I didn't really gamble that much. In AC though, the boardwalk, they have all these games. They have go-karts, not the F1 approved go-karts like you
Okay.
do, but there was did the go-karts, but then they
You
had
did the go karts?
Yeah.
How did you do?
first place.
Really?
Yeah, it was first place. I'm not gonna
Was it
lie.
a competitive field?
No, I told you I don't do the bumps. No bumping. Sometimes
Were you warming up the tires beforehand?
I gave it a little gas
You found
just to
like
let
you-
them
you-
know I was
Did you
there.
find the racing line?
I gave them a little gas just to know I was there, but also whenever, like I told you before, like I said on this podcast before, someone comes close and I think they're going to bump, I literally point to the signs. No bumping. Like
Okay.
that.
You got to get your elbows out. That's what they say.
Literally no bumping. Anyway, so go-karts on the boardwalk, but they
Okay.
had like these carnival games. Mm-hmm. And the big one was like hit a three-pointer far as hell. Mm-hmm. Three shots for $10. And I won. I have the video. We're going to put the video in here. And I won the best prize.
Top tier.
It almost
So,
it
three
was like an
shots?
elephant. I think it was an elephant stuffed animal, and it almost had like a purple and blue bape camo.
So you were really-
motif,
I saw that, yeah.
but I didn't take it home. I
What
gave
was
it
the
to a
fit
kid.
looking like?
My fit?
Yeah.
CDG Sunder Maxes, white tee, and just some regular
I
shorts.
figure you may have gone like the bowling shirt, like unbuttoned like halfway, with the
no,
gold
I-
chain soprano style on the AC boardwalk.
I did bring a bowling shirt. That's funny. I did
Yeah.
bring a bowling shirt. Yeah.
Called it.
Well, yeah. Did you
I'm just
see
saying
me?
that. No, I'm just saying that's
Feds
very
listening?
That's very AC.
Feds watching?
Spent a lot of time in Atlantic City growing up as a
Really?
young kid. Yeah, my grandparents lived like 25 minutes away, so we
Okay.
used to
It was
go-
fun, man.
As a
there.
child going there, what type of things could you participate in?
It's
Were you
weird.
doing
It
the
was just,
go-karts?
it was. I just remember I don't remember much of it, but I remember it being like not the most fun thing at the time.
Okay,
you
you
know,
weren't
because you're
into it.
Yeah.
8 years old, not getting dragged, but getting taken to Atlantic City for the day, and my grandparents are playing penny slots, and my mom's just kind of walking me around, and there's not really much to do for kids there, so
Yeah.
it's you're just kind of spending the day out, but I don't remember much of it, to be honest.
Yeah. Maybe we'll have to do a company outing there. This is another fake company outing.
Yeah,
that we're
that'll
setting
never
up.
happen.
Okay.
Clizzy tour not happening. AC not happening. Emilio's happened.
Top
Barely.
golf, maybe.
Top golf. There was a top golf at the hotel though.
Oh,
I didn't-
really?
I didn't do it.
You didn't participate?
No.
Okay.
Let's
Well,
go-
glad you had a nice weekend.
Yeah, it was good. I picked it up for the boys. What's going on in sneakers?
Did we see this Cactus Plant flea market?
Dude, that
Last
shoe
night,
is
late last night, I saw the.
atrocious.
So I don't even know what is right to call it. The original one looks a little bit like a dunk, and people have kind of been calling it a dunk by default, but this is some...
Or people are kind of calling it the CPFM dunk, right?
right.
Not like CPM, not Cactus Plant X Dunk, but like the Cactus Plant Dunk. It's like it's a new silhouette.
Yeah. It's kind of far from a proper dunk, but this new version has this green Grinch style fur growing off of it. It looks like some dried out algae from a swamp. Welty, you're quite offended by them?
It's just, I mean, I don't want to like say, oh, I'm gonna reserve final judgment or whatever, because I'm not. I've already said here on the record I'm not a fan of the original Cactus Plant Dunk.
The one that already looks quite
You
weird
didn't even
and
like the
crunchy.
Vapor Max though, right?
I didn't mind it.
Oh, okay.
I don't. I don't. It's not
I
like
like
it.
it.
I
know.
didn't think.
How dare you?
I didn't think it was one of those shoes that warranted how much hype it had around it.
The Vapor Max.
Yes.
Okay.
But I didn't think it was a bad shoe.
Okay.
I didn't think it was like a $1,500
super
shoe or
remarkable.
whatever it was going for.
Okay.
But seeing it, it's like you don't really know what the final product really looks like, because you see this shoe with this like outlandish fur on it, right?
Yeah.
But and we don't know, and I'm not saying that this is what it's going to be. But what if it's Velcroed on? You don't.
Okay.
Exactly.
You don't. I don't know if it is, but what if it is? It totally changes your perception, like, of the shoe.
Yeah.
Or I mean, people could shave it. I threw that out there.
Saw that today. That'd be interesting.
That'd be a nice viral video when it happens.
I mean, someone's definitely gonna like cut the hair down on it, right?
Yeah. That thing is gross to
Give
me.
it a
I would
fade.
never give it a fade. I would never spend money on that.
I can picture our friend Trinidad wearing it.
Oh,
though.
sure. Trinidad could get those off.
And you know what? It actually looks a little bit like, if you remember when we had Arthur Carr on, he was describing one of the samples of the Air Force Ones that he and Virgil made that had this
fur.
multicolor
But
hair
it wasn't
and fur.
as like extreme as that one. It didn't.
It was pretty intense.
I mean, as long like the length of the fur didn't.
Also,
Yeah.
a green one is way more intense, I guess.
yeah,
You know?
very
Especially if
slimy
it is,
situation.
if it is Grinch inspired, it's like that's really corny.
Yeah, but we don't know that.
Yeah.
Not a shoe for me. What else has been going on in the world of sneakers?
You had a good shoot yesterday and a good episode
Yeah.
with our boy OG.
Yeah.
First guest in studio on the Complex Sneakers podcast.
DJ Clark Kent. And he showed up in some green sneakers, those elusive Brooklyn Museum Nike Air Force Ones. I
Saw
think
the
we can
fit.
officially call them Brooklyn Museum at this point. Who knows when they'll release?
He
But
called it a museum shoe on the show,
yeah.
or not on, maybe
Yeah.
beforehand,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
I don't know. I forget.
On the record.
Yeah.
Good shoot.
Yeah, absolutely. Always a pleasure to have Clark around.
A little bit of housekeeping. Monday, season finale of Sneaker Shopping. Go check that out. Don't be late. 10 a.m.
Can we give any hints?
Absolutely not.
Please, Joe.
But it's one of the biggest.
Welty, drop a hint.
It's one of the biggest season finales we've ever had.
Drop a hint,
10 a.m.
Welty.
Don't be late. Monday, 2 days
I
from
dare
now.
you to drop a hint.
He gets so mad.
No, I won't.
Can I
a
drop
hint.
one small hint? It's two people.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. Two for the price of one.
One of the biggest. He's seen it already. You haven't yet.
I haven't watched it yet. People are just days away
The
from
one,
being
the
able to
one
watch
hint,
it.
and this isn't going to give anything away
Uh-oh.
because this could be a million people. Underwear ads.
Is that okay?
Oh man, that's
Is that too
tough
strong
one.
a hint?
That's a tough one, Welty.
Dude, how many people have done underwear ads in this world? Millions.
Oh, we'll think about it.
I
I got 36 hours to cut it.
Oh, you know what? The thing last weekend where I was talking about people DMing for shoes really backfired, because once I said that, a bunch more people slid into my DMs. Some guy said, I need a size 12. Wife loves your mustache.
Whoa.
Somebody wanted a pair for their newborn.
That's nice.
Some guy
Don't you keep the white on white Air Force Ones on
I do,
deck?
yeah, but I don't know this person.
Okay.
Somebody sent me photos of a car accident they were in and said that they needed a pair of shoes
That's crazy.
after they'd survived all that.
Could sympathize with that.
Yes, it's something I relate to, but nobody gave me a free pair of shoes when they totaled me. So
Did you get a free pair of socks?
yeah, actually I did.
In
Yeah,
the
from the hospital. Yeah, I
got a T-shirt.
the grippy. Yeah, the NXT T-shirt. That's right. So again, don't DM me for shoes.
Got people DMing me to ask me to help them resolve. I don't think I've mentioned this on here. Asking to resolve their StockX situations, and it's like, but actually like sending you like a long DM, like outlining everything they've gone through with StockX, and it's
Yeah.
like, dude, what do you want me to do?
Yeah, I mean, we're an eBay family.
But also, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
Like,
But we appreciate the fans.
I didn't get many DMs.
We appreciate them all for listening.
Just off
for
the
watching.
rainbow footscapes that I was hunting for. I got those.
Really, you've been tracking those down for a long time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tough to find.
Really, I had no idea.
Yeah. Saying no one wanted them.
No, I just remember that was a bit of a sleeper shoe.
Okay.
Wasn't an instant sellout success when it first
A lot of
happened.
people were hitting me. We need the footscapes back. We need the footscapes back.
I love footscapes, but such a niche shoe, you know.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Definitely.
And not the most comfortable, in my opinion.
I was going to maybe wear them today, but I figured walking 25 blocks, maybe not the best.
Designed for people with wide feet originally.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's like runners with wide feet was like the original inspiration behind the shoe. Or
Yeah.
the original, like...
How's the width? How's our width? Do we on the feet?
Should
Do
we
we
bring
need
the
the
Brannick
Brannick
device
back out?
and check the width?
Do we need the Brannick back out?
What about rainbow wovens, Joe? Not footscapes, because I feel like wovens are...
Is that the with the no laces?
Yeah.
Not my favorite.
Did you ever
You know
do
who else?
wovens?
You know who else doesn't like that shoe? How's this tied to you?
Do I know?
I mean, maybe... I don't know. I'm not saying you should know, but you would
Ronnie?
know.
Who's tied to me?
Bella Hadid.
Oh, right.
Doesn't like the wovens.
I guess on the episode she didn't like it.
That was the shoe that sparked the whole if Homeboy comes through with these. It
Got
was
it.
the Nike wovens.
I've never owned a
Interesting.
pair. I've never owned a
Me
pair.
either.
Definitely a lot of fly knits, not a lot of wovens.
I'd like a pair.
Yeah?
The
Doesn't strike me as a hugely wealthy shoe.
I would love to wear a pair in the summertime, like the Colette ones,
Okay.
the blue and white.
Okay. I'll have to sort that out. By the way, speaking of sorting things out, should we give away some shoes?
Yeah, we should. And hold on. I want to look these up real quick. Oh, wow. The Colette ones are sick.
You could get those off, Joe?
I don't know if I can, but these are sick.
Listed for sale anywhere?
Yeah, only $4,500. Speaking about silhouettes that we own or we don't own, let's get to today's question.
Okay, yes.
You should break some shoes out, too.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, we're going to give away some sneakers. We always give away a pair of sneakers here on the Complex Sneakers Podcast. You can win a pair by going to ebay.complex.com and submitting a question for us to respond to and answer here on the air. If we pick your question, if we read it aloud, if we address it, we're going to send you a free pair of sneakers courtesy of eBay and their authenticity guarantee program.
Yes. Today's question comes from James Liu, Baldwin Park, California. Mm-hmm. Man, did he get a good one. The shoe, a little better than the question, but the question's solid too. Okay? Shall I show the shoe first?
Let's see the sneakers. I see the box.
Oh, man.
And I know that's
I know
a
you're getting a good one.
Off-White, the 10 box.
The one.
Off-White?
Probably
Nike Air
my
Presto.
favorite one of the 10.
Off-White Presto, the best of the first?
My favorite.
Okay.
James Liu asked, which silhouette do you guys have the most of and what makes you like it?
I feel like I probably have, like, the single sneaker I have the most of is probably Nike Air Force One.
Okay, that makes
feel
sense.
I feel like there's not a particular Air Max that I have. You know, like Air Max in general, I have a lot of Air Maxes, but there's not like one silhouette where maybe a lot of 95s, but I feel like I probably have probably more Air Forces than Dunks. It's either Air Force One or a Nike Dunk.
You mentioned this recently, too. The Air Force One's the shoe you have a ton of, but you haven't worn them a lot.
Yes, most of the Air Force Ones I have not worn. Yeah, for sure. I feel like I'm about to get rid of a bunch of them, but yeah. It's Air Force One or Dunks, but I think it's Air Force Ones.
Okay.
Are we separating like high? Like, can I count like the high versus the low, or
I think
As
high and
one
low, I
silhouette?
think it's fine. It counts.
okay? Yeah, probably Air Force One or Dunk for sure.
Mine, Jordan 4.
Really,
Yeah.
you feel like a
Think
lot
so.
of colorways, or just because you have a couple colorways
Well, the
with
thing
like
is
10
with
pairs
the
each?
Oreos, but no, I think I have a lot of different colorways.
Okay.
Yeah. 4, it was between the 4s and the 3s, but I think
I mean,
the
that's
4s.
a huge head start already when you have 10 pairs of Black Cat
I know.
4s or
And-
10 pairs
and
of
Oreos.
4s.
The exponents, right?
What?
Is it exponents on the calculator where it's like cubed?
Oh yeah,
The amount of pairs you have of like Black Cat 4s.
Oh, yeah,
like,
yeah.
multiply them.
yeah, 4 to the 4th.
Yeah, I think the 4s.
Well,
Because it's kind of like if there was one silhouette to wear for the rest of my life, it would be the Jordan 4.
okay. Welty, how about you?
I have a lot of Air Max 95s. I don't think I can wear many of them anymore. Have a lot of like, I think I have a lot of 992s somehow.
There's not an Adidas
That's what I
silhouette, right?
thought.
Because all the Spezial stuff you like, it's a different silhouette every season,
dude,
right?
I think I have a lot of ZX8000s or like a handful, but like you said, it's tough because when you actually think about it, you're like, do I have a lot? The shoes that I like that I have a few pairs of, but you're like, do I really have like 10 pairs of that silhouette? I don't think so.
Yeah.
So I don't think there's any silhouette that I have like.
No, 10 pairs? No?
I don't think so.
10 pairs of Nike Dunks?
Really?
I don't
think you have 10 pairs of Dunks?
I don't think so. I think I may
From back in the
have like
day?
a handful. I may have like 8 or 9 pair, like the most.
You might have 10 pairs of Air Max 95s.
Maybe like 8.
Okay.
I'm trying to think, and I'm like, I really don't.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Good question. Great shoe.
Yes.
Getting the Presto. I put these over the Jordan 1s. I know
The best of the 10?
Yeah. Off-white Nike Air Presto. And who are you going to?
James Liu, Baldwin Park, California.
Enjoy that, James.
Enjoy.
All right. Should we bring on our guest?
Let's do it. Our guest on today's podcast is known for his bespoke direct-to-consumer flips on products that have become appointment drops. He started to make a name for himself coming up in New York City's Soho area as a fashion-obsessed teen who would parlay his knack for bootlegging existing products and making them his own. This led to pop-up shops, selling product outside the back of a truck, and gaining notoriety from some of streetwear's major players and brands. His recent drop, a sneaker that's a takeoff of the classic Nike Uptempo, was this year's 730 drop. He's here to talk about that recent drop and his fashion and footwear history. Please welcome Austin Babbitt, a.k.a. Asspizza, to the Complex Sneakers Podcast. Austin, welcome to the podcast. Thank you for joining.
Of course, of course.
How you feeling?
Good, good.
What have you been up to?
I've been in New York past week. I'm from here,
Yeah.
in Queens, Astoria. And I've been just, like, cleaning my house and just, like, renovating and just, like, I'm going to make it really nice and comfortable.
Okay.
Nice. Any Mets games?
No.
Are you a
I don't
Mets
watch
fan?
sports.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're killing it. That's why I thought Queens, you know?
Okay.
He's a really lifelong Mets fan, so.
Yeah. Unless, yeah, exactly. They're killing it, though. I
Yeah.
thought maybe Queens, but
No
yeah, man.
sports? Can I
Nah,
get you
not
interested
really.
in F1?
Huh?
F1?
What's that?
Race car driving?
No, I don't really watch sports.
I know. Listen, I feel you. I'm with you on that. But if you watch the Netflix series about F1, you'll be right here with me
Okay.
on that.
All right,
So,
I'll check it out.
Please invest your time.
Let's start with what everyone's wearing on feet.
Yep.
What do we have there?
These are this 730 Balenciaga Defender collab.
Official collaboration?
Yep. I made it happen myself. So.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Obviously, a big shoe that made a lot of noise. For you to like your takeoffs on stuff, do you have to really like the product as it stands? Or like, are you a fan of the Balenciaga Defender?
I'm definitely a fan.
Yeah.
I like the sole. And then I was like, yeah, let me just sole swap it.
Okay.
And then I just did it. So
You did it yourself?
no, my friend helped me who has like a cobbler and stuff. So
Okay.
So when you make it, is your thoughts, this is what I want to wear most on feet, or this is what's going to make the most noise when I like post it online?
I just like to make stuff that shouldn't exist. You know, like these are just, I think they look sick and I love to wear them, but like I just like to do shit like that because it's just, I don't know.
Just as absurd as possible.
Yeah.
Like these shouldn't exist. These are like the matrix breakers, you know?
Yeah.
Like when I walk by people, they just,
Real neck breaker.
yeah.
I feel like there's not a lot of neck breaker sneakers anymore.
There's no good sneakers at all.
Really?
No.
Not even the ones I'm wearing?
Those are classic.
Okay,
Those
let's
are
talk about
classic.
the shoes everybody else has on. I'm wearing a Black Cement Air Jordan 3 with the Jumpman on the back. I feel like it's time to retire these soon. This is a pair that I used to wear to every Jordan Brand event, and I remember one Jordan Brand employee being like, "Do you only have one pair of Jordans or what?"
But they look perfectly vintage
Yeah,
now
they look
right
cool.
now.
Thank you. For
They
the
look
record,
cool.
I have several pair of Jordans.
I
You
believe
have
it.
to do a side-by-side comparison with yours and Joe's
Mine are-
classic pair. Are those
So
still,
yours are
are
more
those still
toast.
like,
They're around, but they're not like as perfectly yellowed like that. Mine's just
Well,
beat.
you could buy these from me if you want.
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm doing the purple New Balance 992. Shouts to Riley Jones, always for the alley-oop. Still one of my favorite 992s.
I remember when that first came out, we were like debating like what color the shoe really was
yep.
online. You couldn't tell.
Yep.
I'm colorblind. What do you think?
What, those colors?
Yeah.
Those are like a berry, Barney purple.
Okay.
Wow, that's a good Barney purple.
Official collab.
I think I wore these like a while ago on the show. These are the Overkill Adidas ZX 8500s.
I actually dug those out of storage this weekend.
Nice.
I'm gonna do them soon.
Good shoes.
Austin, can we talk more about the shoes you make yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I brought a pair for you
Oh.
guys to look at.
Oh my god.
And now 730 every year is a drop.
Check it out. Check it out. Yeah. So July 30th.
July
What's
30th.
the
Yeah.
significance of the date for you?
It's 7:30. 7:30 is my number, and July 30th is 7:30. So
The up-tempos.
Well, we shouldn't call them up.
No, but the take.
what's an up tempo?
Thank you. Yeah, perfect.
What'd you say?
He said, "What's an up tempo?"
Everyone comments that shit.
Right.
How long did this take you to make?
So I've been wanting to make it since like 2016, 2017.
Like this exact idea
Yeah.
of this shoe with this
Yeah.
text on it?
And then like the beginning of last year, I finally had money to put towards the sample and just like start production. And my friend Jonah is helping me with them, and like he's really good at just like putting it all on email and like figuring it out and stuff. And we also have our friend Mega who's helping us, who talks to the factories and stuff. But yeah, it took us all year to get a sample right, and basically like the end of last year we finally got like a good sample, or maybe even early this year. I'm not sure, but
Is that Mega from Black Scale?
yeah,
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Yeah,
OG
he knows
shit.
his way around the industry for sure.
Yeah, shout out Mega, he's an OG.
Nice.
Yeah.
Can we talk about just like the upfront investment? You know, I'm not trying to get into your business too much, but like for people who think about making a shoe
Yeah,
or like
it's expensive.
yeah, like how much does it cost to just like get
I'd
that
say
off the
we
ground?
put like 100-something K into it.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Where does that go?
Like to mold. So
Yeah.
why shoes are so expensive and why everyone makes fucking shitty fake Air Force Ones and Air Jordans and stuff is because the factory already has the molds, right? And the molds are the expensive part. So
In
like,
terms of the actual soul,
yeah,
right?
because if you want original molds like these, you have to get them in every size, and they're like $2,000 or more every size. And then it's like if something goes wrong, you got to get a new one. Something else, like
Paying a factory to open up molds and a full range
Yeah,
of
yeah.
sizes and to be able to produce the stuff you want.
And also, it's like I made 730 pairs, and that's low to most factories, you know. So it's
So is
like
that even enough for you to really even break even on your investment? On
no,
this
yeah,
shit?
yeah, we broke even. But I mean, this was the first one, and then once you have the molds, you have them forever, you know. So it's like you pay that one fee, and then it's like, okay, we could use this mold, change the color, do this, da da da.
Any idea for other colors?
Yeah.
Any like classic colors or?
Oh yeah.
All right, maybe some Olympics or something.
So, all right, I might as well show you guys the next color.
Okay,
Let's do it.
Get right to it.
The model is called the Baller Pro.
Yeah, the Baller Pro.
Nice.
Can you get buckets in them?
Oh yeah.
Really?
So the wheat
Okay.
dropping next.
You were a big Timberland guy growing up.
Yeah, exactly. These are classic New Yorkers, right?
Yeah.
Here. Like
Yeah.
the New York winters right here.
Do you remember your first pair of Tims?
My first pair,
Yeah.
they were probably black and probably in middle school or something.
Yeah. Was it
I
a big
would-
deal for you?
No. Growing up in middle school and shit, I would only wear black Air Force One mids.
How did you come across that shoe?
I would just wear all black and I don't know, Air Force One's classic.
How do you feel about the Black Air Force One getting
The energy.
or
I think it's
or
cool.
or no like
The
derided through the internet?
Oh, what? Like it's a meme?
Yeah.
That, like crazy people wear them and
Yeah.
shit. I think it's cool. It makes sense. Like when you see a beat pair of like Air Force Ones, like black, like you know, stay away.
What was it like to be around like New York City, Soho, when the sneaker stores were like so prevalent?
I mean, like that's when I was young and I was like, oh, there's mad cool shit here, and like I thought life was gonna be like that forever, you know, like you could just go in a store and actually find something cool.
Yeah.
But things have changed, so I kind of took it for granted, I guess. So
Do you remember any like drops that were big that you and like your crew were around for when like on release days and stuff like that?
I remember super long ago, I was really excited for the Golf Wing Vans,
Okay.
like, and they dropped at Supreme. And that was like the first time I ever been to Supreme or anything, like.
Did you
the
guys
actual
line up?
store. No, I didn't line up, but I bought them, and then I tried to buy another pair, and the guy kicked me out of the store.
Really?
Yeah.
He didn't just tell you no, you can't buy them. You just
No, he was like, because like I tried to buy like a size that wasn't mine, and he was like, "Bro, you're just trying to fucking resell these. Like, get the fuck out of the store." And I was honestly just a fan. Like, I was just gonna buy them to have them, you know,
Yeah.
because I just like them. But
it wasn't a resale thing.
no,
Were you guys reselling shoes at all back then?
no, it's more of like trading with a friend if we just want to switch it up, you know.
Yeah.
But like, reselling's lit. Like, I have nothing against resellers and shit. Like, that's you can make a life out of that, you know.
Yeah. Do people resell your stuff?
I don't care.
No.
How'd you release these?
So I did a pop-up in LA first,
Okay.
and then a New York pop-up, and then I dropped the rest of the pairs online. So there's
Got it.
only 730 pairs, and they're each numbered.
Did they try and bot you at all?
No, everyone said bots, but it was really just people waiting. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like that's a big investment for a lot of people too when they're, you know, worried about dropping something limited online.
Yeah, I mean, if I seen, I'm pretty sure we maxed it to like 3 pairs per people, or like 2 or 3 pairs. If someone ordered like 10, we're gonna cancel it, you know.
Yeah.
Are you worried about like any of the brands hitting you up with the paperwork?
No,
Has that any of that happened yet
No.
or no?
everything I do, just do it. until it happens.
Just do it.
Yeah,
You
Just
gotta
do it
be-
yourself.
Are you friends with Warren Lotus? Or?
Yeah, of course.
And have you had conversations with him about making
He was
footwear?
just like, be careful. I was like, okay. But I'm not worried at all. This is a completely different shoe.
You feel like it's
Look
far
at the
enough
soles,
away.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a fucking shoe that has text on the side. And once you see the other colors and shit, you're like, oh, it's really not an Uptempo.
Yeah.
But the black and white, obviously, is the classic Uptempo fucking color.
What drew you to that as at first is like, this is like what I want to do?
I mean, it's the 3 letters. And I feel like Uptempos is a really cool shoe that doesn't have a lot of cool colors. And it's like, I'm just going to go crazy with the colorways and like the materials, everything. And also with 730 footwear, it's not just this shoe. I'm literally working on like 3 other silhouettes right now. So hopefully late this year or early next year, we're going to have new shoes.
Do you remember was like when Supreme did the Uptempos, was that like a thing for you or
No, I didn't really like those.
why not?
I like the Supreme Foam Posits. That was an iconic sneaker moment right there.
Yeah,
Dude,
were
were
you-
you downtown when those released?
No,
Oh my god.
but I felt the energy.
yeah, even from wherever you were.
Yeah. The Supreme Uptempos, they're like gold and shit, right?
Yeah,
There's a
gold and
gold-
red. Gold, white, and red.
Oh, and it says Supreme.
Sup.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks weird. I don't like them.
Yeah.
When did you were doing takeoffs, obviously, with like T-shirts and things like that and apparel. When did you want to get into footwear? Was it always a thing that you wanted to get into? As like a natural
I'm
progression?
eventually going to get into everything because I have plans for everything. Like, seriously, like long-term plans for everything. And, like I even had this idea in 2017, but it just came when the time was right,
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, I just enter the world and I say, okay, what can I change about the sneaker world? And then I do it, and then that's it. I just make what I want and to see,
I feel like when, you first started to get like notoriety on the internet, I think my first introduction to you to some extent was when you did the Fashion Bros
Yeah.
episode with Mike the Ruler.
No, that's crazy. I forget that was complex. as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
9 years ago, he was saying or so.
There's something, I
Fucking
think it was
crazy.
like 20,
Crazy, right?
I think it was something like that, like 2013, 2014,
Yeah,
something.
I think 14 or 15, yeah.
Yeah, something around that era. But I know you guys were like labeled as like the cool teens. Like that was like a trend at the time. Like look at these young kids who are into
Yeah.
designer brands. Like did you when that popped off, did you have any sort of ambitions, or were you just kind of like a kid living your life getting noticed on the internet? Or
I feel like, like I really took my time. I didn't rush anything. I didn't do any drops like when I was young. I waited till I had like knowledge and figured out how to do shit correctly, And I don't know, that whole era is really a blur to me because it's like, it's fake as fuck. I just don't know what the fuck happened.
What do you mean it's fake as fuck?
It's just like weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
but didn't it like kind of like form you?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, I can't think back to what I was thinking back then. It's just like, maybe I was thinking the same things, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
I want to know in that era, and maybe it's too hard to recall, but were brands trying to like be cool with you guys? Because I feel like the group of people you were hanging out with, I feel like for keen adults who were like trained marketers,
Yeah.
they knew that you guys had something and that you were on the verge of like creating something. And I feel like that could have been a moment where they're like, oh, let's try and put Austin in a deal or like
Yeah.
do a Kerwin influencer campaign. Like were brands trying to hit you up even when you were a young kid?
Yeah, I feel like, honestly, for me, even more back then than now.
Yeah.
Now they know, like, I'm just doing my own thing,
Yeah.
So I never really did anything with no
Yeah.
one.
Did
Yeah.
like Nike, Adidas? They
Yeah, I
wanted
mean,
to-
Nike would always give us free shoes and, like, have us around and just,
I feel like one of the first ones that I noticed was, I don't know if you were there, but I know like the crew was the cause for in the Brooklyn.
the museum.
Yeah, I remember like I think a bunch of you guys were there. Kerwin was definitely there. I'm not sure if you were there, but
Yeah, I
it
don't
seems
think I
like
was there.
it seems like they were like definitely inviting you guys to those events and
No,
stuff
yeah,
like
like,
that.
they gave us the off-white shoes, like, all this shit, like.
Was that a big deal to you, or
No, it's cool.
yeah?
Yeah, I love the off-white shoes.
Which ones did you get from the first 10?
I got the Complex Con exclusive fucking.
Oh, I remember the
white
photo
ones,
of you
yeah.
wearing those.
And
Yeah.
people got mad because we were like flexing them like that. And I got the Blazers, which I really like. I never had a pair once.
No.
No.
And you were part of the whole like Spaghetti Boys
Yeah.
crew, and you guys ended up doing a collaboration with Virgil
Yeah.
on a T-shirt.
Yeah. So, Kerwin like really set up that collab with Virgil, but he was super down to do it, and it was just Dickies work shirts, really. And yeah, he told us, Virgil said to make 15, and then we made like 100 of them, and then we just sold them. And it's legendary thinking back now. Like, that's my favorite shirt. Seriously, that's really my favorite shirt.
How do you feel about, like, you know, Kerwin's Adidas? He wore them last.
Yeah.
And Kerwin's been on full size run, but like, did you always know that you had this design prowess that was going to translate years later?
Yeah, I always knew, like, we knew it was cool and stuff, and like, I know, like, if you put him in anything, he'll do something cool.
Where would you say that you gained like the most experience? Just being outside?
Just learning.
Yeah.
Just like doing projects and learning, and like, I take all my money invested in this. Like, I had no money. I still have no money because I invested all into projects, you know? Like this, I had to put all my money towards it, just keep going. And that's, you're paying for product, you're paying for experience, you're paying, it's a gamble. It's like addicting, you know, because it's like you just got to full send it all the time. And that's where you learn the most. People, I would never go to college. I would never go to school. I would never go to any of that shit. I would take all that money and time and fucking work on something. This is fucking fashion. You're supposed to have fun and express yourself. It's not, let me wake up and go to school. Blah, blah, blah. That's fucking bullshit. They can't teach you how to make things.
Has it ever gone wrong? I feel like that's one of the scary parts about always investing your own money. If like if you have 100K like invested in a product and then some snafu happens, like have there been moments where you're like, oh shit?
I mean,
like,
what's the other option? Not make them.
Yeah.
What's the other option? Not make them. Not do something cool.
Yeah.
You know, like, the world rewards you when you're fine without it. And I'll literally be fine homeless on the street doing nothing. Like, that's why you got to risk it all, because this shit wasn't here. I created all this money, all this stuff. It wasn't here, you know?
This is like the Drake meme.
Yeah.
Look around you.
Look around.
You don't get anxiety.
Yeah.
You don't get anxiety then, like when this comes out, where you're like, I need to sell through these shoes. Or...
No.
How long did it take you to be like that?
I was always like this.
Okay.
I'm a psycho. Seriously.
All right.
I don't care about anything, bro. And it's honest. Like,
But you care about this stuff.
yeah, I do. But to create these, you have to sacrifice your whole life. You have to sacrifice all your time. You can't have any fucking friends. You can't do anything. You can't have a girlfriend. You can't do any of this shit. So all the kids ask me, yo, what do you think? Like, I'm starting my brand. Da, da, da. It's like, all right, you got to be ready to fucking sacrifice your life. You can't be alive. You can't be alive. You just got to do this. There's no balance. If you want to be the best, there's no balance, you know?
You just have to give yourself totally to it.
Yeah.
And give up everything
All I
else.
do is think about this. I fucking created these with my brain.
See, you were talking about this earlier before.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, before you came on, you know, about investing all of yourself into your work and whether or not that's like a dangerous thing. I don't know if dangerous, that makes it sound very serious, but, you know, whether or not that's the right thing to do.
Yeah. But what's the other option? Not do it?
Yeah, or invest emotionally in things outside of work, you know? But
just
I think for
people's
different
choice,
people,
yeah.
and the work, there's maybe less of a line between work and personal, you know, especially when you're making stuff for yourself.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you ever feel like, because we mentioned before, like you gaining notoriety, like, you know, as someone younger, you know, that you had like this like developed personality, or like you're like people recognize you as Asspizza, you know, it's like hard to differentiate the two. Did you ever feel like trapped in some extent by like this personality that you've created for yourself and you weren't able to like separate the two?
Yeah, a little bit, because like I make clothes, and like when I'm like, oh, this jacket's fire, doesn't matter who's looking at it, doesn't matter who designed it, this shit's fire. But a lot of people are like, yo, I don't want to wear that because Asspizza made that, like, he's a weirdo, blah, 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 all this shit, like, and it's just like, I kind of don't want I don't want to be associated to the clothes, you know, because the clothes are just like, but I have to, because this is the Asspizza stuff and I made it, like, all this. But these shoes are something that could branch off and be bigger than me. And just, they see the 730s, they don't even know who made it, you know, because they're fire. That's it.
Would you take an investment in it to distance yourself from it a little bit? Or
I already did the hard part.
Yeah.
And
the part that you would have needed an investment for. Yeah.
Yeah.
One brand that's come up kind of like that's into like disrupting recently, and they were on this podcast, MSCHF. How do you feel about like what they're doing?
I mean, bro, they have billions of fucking dollars, millions of dollars, not billions, and they don't make profit. If I had millions of fucking dollars and just doing any random shit, I could fucking do the craziest shit. Oh, let's collab with fucking Jimmy Kimmel. Who the fuck cares about Jimmy Kimmel, bro? For a shoe.
Yeah.
Who the fuck cares? They're fucking rich ass people who could make whatever the fuck they want. This is fucking raised from the nothing.
You're not feeling MSCHF.
Huh?
You're not feeling MSCHF.
Oh, I love MSCHF, man. I love MSCHF.
You and him love it.
No, you're aligned.
You and him love it
You're
for
aligned
different
on that.
reasons.
I agree with the
Jimmy Fallon.
Jimmy Fallon. Sorry,
If they had reached out to you and they want to do an Asspizza MSCHF collab, are you doing it or
No, I haven't collabed with anyone. I've
No.
said no to so many collabs.
like?
MSCHF asked me.
Oh,
They
really?
asked you?
Interesting.
What
What
did
do they
want
want to do?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are there any other names that you can say that have reached out to you and wanted to collab or?
Just a lot of things. Like, I tried going through with a lot of them, but there's always one person who's scared, and it's like, there's an old guy in the office like, no, what is this? We can't collab.
Is it like
with this."
clothing brands or footwear brands? Or?
Yeah, like fucking Gucci.
Gucci?
Wow.
Like, a lot of sneaker brands, Adidas, and like, fucking, I don't know if it's new, like Reebok or some shit. Like, they
Yeah.
hit me up. Puma.
How does Adidas not understand what you're doing? I feel like,
Well, they want to make a skate shoe. I said, bro, I'm not a skater.
yeah, doesn't make sense.
No.
Oh, they want to do it through the Adidas skateboarding. Makes sense.
They say, yeah, let's collab, let's do this. But you don't have creative control. You can't do this. We have to check if we could clear this. Then what's the point of collabing?
What were some of the ideas that they were like unsettled about or like not sure about?
Honestly, I didn't even like try. I was just like, I know how it goes. Well, the skate shoe threw me off right away. I was just like, I don't want to do a fucking skate shoe.
And I feel like it's a
Skaters would hate me.
like core misunderstanding of who you are. They're like, oh, there's this kid. He has tattoos. He's from New York. He's a skater.
It's like
Yeah.
where do we fit this in the company?
Like rock and roll skaters,
They're like,
yeah.
they're like, this isn't athletics.
Yeah.
We can't have you do a running
Yeah.
shoe because
I have a running shoe coming.
Really?
You do?
It's called the 7 Tray
730.
with 7T technology that I've been working on.
What is the? Can we talk about 7T technology?
Makes you run faster, jump higher.
Really?
Is it clinically proven?
Yeah.
Is it
Will
We're
it help with-
testing it right
will
is
it
now.
it
help-
7 shocks on the back of the shoe?
We're working on it.
Will it help with back pain too?
You know, it might. The insole.
Okay.
Wait.
The
Oh,
insole
an
has
insole-
7T technology.
Okay, insoles are important. He just said it.
You also had like that Supreme campaign too that you launched yourself that people weren't sure if like it was Supreme or you or can you talk about that?
Nobody knows, man. It's all part of the art. You know, people will look back in a few years and be like, that's crazy.
You did the Supreme box logo tee with the 3 stacked on top.
Yeah,
of
our
each
boy
other.
Nick has it on right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out to Nick.
That's awesome.
Did they get mad at you?
No.
Come on, they must have.
What could they do? Start a war with me?
Cease and desist?
Is James Jebba
They
gonna
know I
choke you
want
out?
that.
Yeah,
They know I want that. Nike, Supreme, all these people, they're not going to give me what I want.
yeah,
They give me a cease and desist, I'm lit.
yeah.
That's what you want, a cease and desist? or?
That's lit. That's
That's like,
historical.
wait, do you want the collaboration more or do you want the cease and desist more?
I don't care.
I mean, you have to know in your heart like what you would prefer.
Obviously,
No, you
I,
don't want to go through a legal battle.
yeah, I don't want to go through any bullshit like that, but I'm willing to take the risk because it would be legendary.
Do you have a good lawyer on deck or no?
No. I've never been sued, never been through anything, so I'm ready.
Where are you living now?
Queens.
Oh, I thought. Okay, you're
So I
living
was in- I was
because I
in
thought you
LA.
said you came back to New York.
Yeah. So I was in LA just working because a lot of my clothes are made out there. But yeah, I'm back in Queens for good, like living here, posted, and I'm trying to stay the fuck out of LA.
Did LA change you for the worse?
No, it didn't change me, but I kind of got trapped there. I was just like, why the fuck am I here? And then I left.
There was also wasn't there the viral moment with this shoe where you had them tied to the
Yeah.
Like,
So
well,
everyone
elect-
thinks that he was trying to get the 730s, but there was just the 730 cut out next to it. But it
So
was
what
actually
exactly happened? Sorry.
it was actually the Matty Boy shoes that Matty Boy threw up there, and then a kid went to grab
Who's
them.
Matty Boy? I'm sorry.
Chrome Hearts.
Okay.
What other brands are you a fan of? That I know that you're strictly your own thing, but what other brands do you respect right now?
I mean, I like Chrome Hearts. I like my friend Father Steve. I like Billy Hill. And Warren. You know, like a lot of my friends. I'm not sure.
Do you have who would you say mentored you coming up?
Mentored? Honestly, like, no one really taught me anything, but there's a lot of people I look up to. Like, obviously, Virgil.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love Kanye.
Have you met Kanye or
Mhm.
what was that like?
He sat me down and asked, he said, "What can you do for me?" And I said, "I don't know. Because I have no interest in really working for him. What can he do for me?"
Mm-hmm.
You know, he bought a bunch of my masks and then just stole the silhouette and fucking made his own. So it's like, what's this for?
Yeah. That must be kind of a bummer in terms of meeting somebody like that who I assumed you looked up to.
I mean,
for a
this is
decent
what
amount.
he does. He just wants to be the biggest, go the hardest.
Yeah.
Do you
Who
feel like
cares?
if you ever kind of like bent the knee just like 5% throughout your like career that like maybe you would have like gotten the in or like been able to have bigger opportunities if you had just like sacrificed a little bit?
Definitely. It's called dick riding. And I don't do that shit. Because guess what? I learned. These people can't do shit for you. They don't know what they're doing themselves. Everyone who's trying to make connections, play the game, oh yeah, like blah, 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 blah. Kanye's not going to help you. Working for Kanye's not going to help you. He's going to use you and then fucking throw you somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
If you want something big, you got to work for it and do this. Not just say, yeah, I work for Kanye.
I mean, we have people on the show. You have like someone like Salehi, who I know he worked for other brands before, but he works for Kanye, and it kind of uses it as like a launching pad.
Mhm.
I'm not saying just because he worked for Kanye, he's been able to create these things in his life, but it definitely had like helped his profile and given him opportunities like further down the line. Did you ever think like maybe I should have taken this one opportunity and see where I can ride it for like a little bit?
Nothing that comes up in particular, but yeah, I mean, I'm not the type of person, like, I don't like talking to people. I just like, I like to have full control over my projects, and I don't want people to doubt my ideas, you know. So
I feel like
nothing
for
really.
that reason, it seems like you probably wouldn't ever take a job inside a brand. Like if somebody at a big brand wanted you to work as a creative director position or do something in line, are you interested in
mean,
that at all, or is
I
that
would
too
be
far
down.
outside?
I have thought about that, but it's just like it's a big responsibility for me, and it's a
Yeah.
lot of work because I would want to do it right.
Yeah.
And like not half-ass it, be like, yeah, could do this. I want to be there like fully taking over. And right now I'm kind of just prime time. Just have to go hard with my shit, and then
Yeah.
maybe later on I could do something like that.
Yeah, when the time is right.
Yeah.
I kind of think when I tie back to like the era that you came up, it's like when I first started like interning at Complex, it was that whole like the ASAP mob comes out, V Files starts to like
Legendary.
pop off. It was like that whole like started that whole era. I think that kind of
Yeah.
like birthed your style or
Yeah,
that
definitely.
whole crew. What's your earliest memories of that era?
Definitely, A$AP Rocky definitely inspired me to fuck with Rick Owens and all that
Yeah.
shit. And I think like, yeah, they were killing it and they were super cool. V-Files, I was thinking about this the other day. That was the only store that cared about like the culture and just like put mad shit together, you know. And like that was really legendary. There's nothing like that today. So
V-Files was like one of your first interviews too, right? Like you were synonymous about.
they were definitely trying to put a lot of kids on and help a lot of kids, and like it was really cool. And I feel like they need to reopen V-Files. So let's start the GoFundMe in the fucking bio or whatever they need. Who the hell knows?
So you ended up meeting up with Rocky in that era too, or?
Yeah, so I met him at this like the V-Lone Riot Rave shoot, which is crazy. Before V-Lone was even a thing. And like I was still in high school at the time, and like I was obviously a fan of Rocky and stuff, and like I forget really, but like yeah, like I got into a huge argument with him about Spring Breakers, the movie.
You and A$AP Rocky.
Yeah, and he was getting really mad. And
Wait,
he
you were a fan of it, or?
Yeah, I like it. But he was like, yo, I don't like how they just killed him at the... Oh, well, whoever didn't see it.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Like Jurassic Park.
Years
Like
later.
Jurassic Park.
That movie's old. Who cares?
Yeah.
They were like, I don't like how he just dies in the end. And I wanted to make movies originally, and like I love Harmony Korine and like David Lynch and like all this shit, and I was just like, I don't know, I guess I was just defending it, and yeah, it was funny.
What's your favorite David Lynch movie?
I would only say Wild at Heart because Nick Cage is in it,
Sick.
and he's my favorite actor.
Oh.
Did you ever see the Adidas commercial that David Lynch did?
No, I actually didn't.
Very, very weird. Yeah.
Really, I gotta
Somebody-
see that. It's definitely weird if he made it.
Yeah, we talked about it on here
Talk
recently,
about it. It's
right?
like it's like someone running and they're running too fast and they're trying to break through the wall.
I'm gonna watch that.
Yeah, I think there's a superimposed scorpion on there or something,
Possibly.
or some flames. And
Maybe for the 730 running shoes, a little.
David Lynch collab.
Yeah, I'd love to work with him before he fucking dies. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Do you watch his daily like YouTube videos?
He's all about meditation and stuff. I
Yeah,
know that.
transcendental
Yeah.
meditation. Yeah.
No, I don't watch it, but I know he's big on meditation and stuff.
I feel like Joe TM could maybe support your back issues that you're going through. Transcendental meditation.
I need that, and the 730 running shoes. will
The
be
T
back.
technology.
Yeah,
yes.
Imagine the T technology solves the back problems. How great would that
We'll
be?
do the review. Wear it for a few months.
Get a billboard or something like
Yeah.
that. Would you put him in the campaign?
Of course,
My man.
Of course.
What was it like in that whole like Soho era then? Like, you know, like did you guys just are like, I'm just gonna go to Soho this like morning and just
what
hang
was it
out
like-
on the street?
Honestly,
What
it
does
sounds
seem
like a cliche, like a basic question, but like, what does the day look like back then?
It was the best time ever.
Yeah, I want to know, like morning to
So
like.
I would take the train from Queens, probably with Steve because he lives in Queens, right next to me. And you literally just go to Prince Street or fucking wherever, and you'll run into someone you know. And back then it was just a community.
Yeah.
Like you see someone wearing Supreme, you'll be like, we'll probably be friends.
Yeah.
Now you can't do that shit, you know? And it was just insane. Like I met so many people, still like my friends to this day, like that I met. Like it was just an insane time, and it was beautiful.
And then just chilling there the whole day
Yeah.
into the night.
It surprises me because I've kind of thought about this from time to time where it's like you think of Soho, especially now where it's all these like super expensive like high-end retail stores, and it doesn't really feel like the place to be like 16 years old like hanging out with
Yeah.
like 375 in
It's
your
not the same
in your
as it is,
pocket.
yeah.
Like I mean, not the temptation of buying stuff, but like, you know, you're in this super hyper like retail driven area and you probably don't have that much money.
No, definitely not.
Did even going into the stores, did they give you weird looks or
Of
not?
course, probably. But like that was probably just motivation for us to get that shit, you know, like it was just cool to see all that stuff. Like we were fans of the clothes and stuff. Like we just have whatever shitty pieces we have, and it's like it's fun, you know, it's like collecting and like trading and all that.
What other stores were you going to? I mean, we mentioned Supreme. V-Files was obviously important for you.
Trying to think. Just like seeing everything. Like I love Rick Owens.
21 Mercer, was that a big thing for you guys back
yeah.
then? Yeah.
Yeah. I made like 2 custom bespoke shoes.
You did a bespoke? Two bespokes? Which Air Force One?
A high and then a low.
Did you post them ever? I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Yeah, I posted them a while ago. It was like a pink uptown.
Okay.
Like the high top, and then like a purple and black low.
Yeah.
And
And was that something where Nike like invited you?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they were like, you can do these
And
for
that
free?
was awesome. That is such a cool thing that they did.
You were also big into thrift stores, right?
Yeah, yeah.
What are some like classic finds that you accumulated on those? Anything that sticks out?
Nothing insane. Like I found like a real Chrome Heart shirt. Like I really go to thrift stores for like the fabric and materials and stuff, and for like stuff to like jeans to fucking alter and fucking shirts to print on and stuff. So I never really found anything too crazy. But
You talk about the change of the Soho scene. I remember there was like I don't know who put it out. It may have been like New York Post or something like that, where they had like published a story where it was like rich kids from Connecticut's parents like got them a limo to go to Supreme to camp out. I don't know if you remember
I don't remember this.
that or not. I remember seeing it online and people are like, "Oh my god, this is like so." Do you kind of remember like when Soho changed, where it was like it was your core group of friends, or maybe like you knew all the resellers, and then there was like all these like out of towner kids or tourists or whatever who started showing up and kind of infiltrating the area?
I don't remember it exactly. It's kind of just like we all kind of left, did our own thing, and then came back, and then we was like, whoa, this shit's completely different. And it's like, do they even have lines for Supreme anymore? Like,
So they have the raffle situation
Still?
where
Or
you get like
There's a
your-
reservation or something.
Yeah, you
like
get
that.
your number in line. And
See,
then
that's
you-
why.
Yeah.
So, like, do you think that like the community that you guys built would have suffered if there was like no Supreme lineups and stuff?
well, that's definitely where a lot of people like became friends, and like it's fun. Kids just want to do that and to say they did it.
Yeah.
It's literally like urban camping. Like, like at the LA pop-up, there was kids waiting all night, and they didn't have to. They could have just came and got a pair tomorrow, but they like to do it, like.
It's like
And-
a rite of passage.
Yeah, that's what I really want to do with the whole sneaker thing, is just like really revive that community where it's like oh, I'll trade you this color for this, and like make it cool and like not sell 10,000 of these. You know, it's just they're all numbered. Like this is pair 150. You can't fucking change that. You know, and like there'll be kids who collect just the weird numbers, just like, you know.
Do any sneaker releases that you're talking about that like mimic that process? Did any stick out to you from back in the day? No.
I never waited.
Okay, never waited in line.
I love shoes and I just like that community, but like I never really waited for anything.
So you weren't like friends with like the security guard at Supreme or something like that?
No.
But I thought you said you liked camping out.
I liked the idea of it.
Okay.
But I've waited for Supreme. I've done a bunch of that. I never waited overnight, but I've definitely like, you know, stayed there for a few hours.
Yeah.
Can you explain like the jack-o'-lantern on the back? Like what's that about?
So that's just like what I draw in my clothing, and like the Asspizza stuff has nothing to do with 730 footwear besides like that logo, and like I designed them, you know, but then it's a completely different brand. And that logo is just cool. Like I really don't have talent to draw anything else, so that's just something cool and scary.
That's like the one thing when you sit down to draw.
Yeah.
It's like the S that everyone draws.
Yeah, with the, like the still old Stussy.
The Superman, yeah.
Yeah.
And that still takes me like 10 minutes to draw.
Yes.
Because I got to get it perfect.
Did you call it a Superman?
Like, I don't know. I feel
It's
like
an
it's
It's like the three-dimensional thing, right?
yeah, the S that
Yeah.
looks like
Okay.
the Superman
Yeah.
like logo.
I just didn't know if it was a regional thing where maybe like where you grew up they call it a Superman.
I thought it was supposed to. I don't know.
It's weird how that spread through every school.
Yeah, what did
The
you
S?
call it growing up?
The S.
I thought it was called a Stussy S or like
That's
a
what I thought,
Stussy.
Stussy.
Yeah. I know it has nothing to do with the brand Stussy.
Did it
but
ever?
I never heard
That's
that.
in my head as a
That
child.
shit was in like elementary school. How'd you know about Stussy?
No, for sure, but that's just like what like that's what we thought it was called. We were wrong. I'm happy to
I
admit
mean,
that.
it has no name. It's the S, Universal S.
The Universal S.
So 7:30, you drop July 30th, but then so it's like do you always introduce a new product range on July 30th and then different colorways throughout the year? Like the next one won't be July 30th.
No. It's going to be very soon.
Okay.
But that's just when these were born on 7:30. It was only right, you know. So, yeah, we're going to try to do it monthly, maybe. I don't know. We just got to see how it goes.
How tough is it to keep coming up with new ways to release them every month or every year?
I definitely want to do a lot of pop-ups that have, like, exclusive colorways and, like, limited pairs. And, like, that's what I like. Like, oh, you can only get this colorway in fucking New Orleans or some shit. Like,
That stuff doesn't exist like it used to.
Exactly. And it's like, oh, where'd you go? Like, it encourages people to just travel and have fun. It's like, oh, that gives us a reason to go have a vacation in fucking New Orleans or something. Like, it just, like, is a memory, and it builds it's just stories and stuff. So.
Yeah.
Who's hit you up for a pair that you were like, you know, maybe humbled by?
Nav. I get sent Nav a pair. He posted them.
Okay.
Honestly. Yeah. He's the GOAT.
When you talk, obviously Soho being a big thing to you. You were down in L.A. They obviously have like the Fairfax scene, which is like kind of similar to Soho, but
Yeah.
kind of different. What were your thoughts on that when you experienced it?
It was cool because, like, we were, like, the Soho kids, and, like, we knew about the Fairfax kids, and it's, like...
Was there like a beef or like a connection or
No,
like?
it's, like, we all became friends, and it was, like, just insane. Like, it was weird. I don't know. This whole energy thing is weird. Like, we were just kids, like, traveling and doing this shit. Like, it was weird.
Just starting so young, is it crazy that, like, I feel like we all got into the industry way later than, like, you know, we weren't kids, but, like, is it crazy to look back and, like, you're still so young and you have so many, like, the fact that Fashion Bros was 9 years ago.
Yeah,
and
it's crazy, man.
That is insane.
It's like the start of my like adult life to some extent, and you're just like thinking about all the things that were transpiring back then, and you're
It's
like,
fucking crazy. But I really think that, like, my career just started, like, literally last month. All this was just, like, learning, just getting comfortable.
What's a typical workday for you?
It depends what I'm doing, you know? Like, now I have help. Like, my friend James helps me print the shirts and, like, all this. And, like, it's not as, like, so much one-of-one, like, drawing on stuff and everything. But, yeah, I mean, I'm always working, doing little things, like, you know. So I'm usually chilling.
did you feel like growing up and like, you know, being in the public eye so early that there was like pressure on you to like end up becoming someone?
No, there was no pressure. I made sure not to put pressure on myself because I even, like, didn't post for, like, a year or two because I was like, I don't even care about this, you know.
But did you think that people thought that maybe like when you like took that hiatus where it's like, oh man, he's like washed up, he went away, like he didn't become the person that we thought he was going to become, or like?
I mean, I'm super confident in that, like, even if I took a 5-year break, that my ideas would still hit hard, like, whenever. And I'd just be like, yeah, I'll just fucking drop that, do this, do that, da-da. And I'll figure it out. It's all a game. It's all just having fun and just learning. But you always got to make sure that, like, you're comfortable. I can't be like, I need to drop fucking 50 items right now. You know? It's like, if I'm broke, then I'll just be broke and enjoy it.
Have you been really broke before off of this stuff?
Yeah. Literally, like, every time I put it all into a drop, I'm like negative 20K. Then just, like, I have to borrow money from friends, do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's all just learning, but you got to invest to get shit back. So.
Yeah.
Weren't you like really into like bird scooters at one point?
I mean, I just rode those in LA because that's the only fun thing to do, but now they're, like, disgusting. So they're all just, like, destroyed and shit. So.
I think I remember seeing like a video back then where people were like trying to say that was like, they're like, what does he do? They're like, he just rides bird scooters now.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Are you a city bike guy at all?
Yeah, I have a city bike that's, like, broken off of the thing, and I just keep it on my back.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
My friend Will Guns gave it to me.
Thank you, Will. Is it one of the electric ones? I know those are very coveted.
No.
Okay.
I haven't tried
liberated
the
the city
electric one
bike.
Yeah, I haven't tried the electric one yet.
I think you can really zip around on them.
No, but it's good exercise.
True.
Did you come here on the city bike?
No. My friend dropped me off. Yeah, but also, yeah, I'm going to start 730 Fat Camp, which is, like, help kids lose weight and stuff and be healthy.
Okay. Where is that happening?
So it's going to be a nonprofit,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to help kids around the world.
Wow.
What's the like? I mean, you said that's it, but like, do you have any sort of ideas behind it?
Yeah,
or?
so basically I'm going to inspire kids to go hard because they get rewarded with clothes.
So they sign up for the camp. Once they lose weight, they get some exclusive Asspizza gear.
Yeah, like they'll get an exclusive 730 shoe. They'll get an exclusive shirt, you know, like.
Yeah.
Where do you want to do it?
So it's going to be everywhere. Like, we could have, you know, sessions everywhere, like, but it's mainly like you could sign up, or I'm still figuring everything out to do it correctly and smoothly, but you know, there'll be like a community of people involved in this.
Is this a
like,
joke?
No, I'm dead serious.
Okay.
I'm dead serious.
Isn't inspired by the movie Heavyweights?
No, I've never seen that. I gotta
Really?
watch it. I swear.
I've never seen it either.
It's a classic.
No, but I'm dead serious about that. And then, like, the shoes go hand in hand with that, like the running shoes, and like
The
I'll
T
throw
technology.
like I'll host like runs and stuff.
Yeah.
5Ks.
Yeah.
You know, if we want to do a
7Ks.
CrossFit situation.
Oh yeah.
He's your guy.
Oh yeah, I do fitness. But wait, what? Sorry, it's like it's crazy. I feel like crazy. You've never seen the movie Heavyweights, Brendan? No, or
No. We're David Lynch guys on this side.
man,
It's not experimental enough.
there's a lot of
Simply too mainstream.
You don't have to
there's a lot of Stussy, OG Stussy in that.
Oh,
film,
really?
but yeah.
Okay. We'll
You
check
don't-
it out.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
You don't have to tell us what the shoes look like, but when do you think the running shoes will start dropping?
So the running shoes might be later on. I got like a work boot coming.
Okay.
They're called the Steppers, and I'm excited for those.
You consider yourself a stepper?
Big stepper.
You got to step if you're a stepper.
Do you like Drake's hot step shoes?
I don't even know what those are.
The Nocta Nikes?
I don't even know, man.
That's the correct
Do you like
answer.
any current sneakers on the market, like that you see online and stuff?
No.
No.
Cactus Plant? We were talking about those.
Oh,
earlier.
Cactus Plant's cool.
You messed with those? Have you seen the one with the long green fur on it?
Yeah, I just seen those. The Grinches.
You're
Yeah.
into that?
Those are cool. Those are cool. I wouldn't spend fucking $2,000 on them. But
What about the whole Nike SB Dunk thing? I feel like maybe when you were a kid, that was before
yeah,
your
I would
era.
definitely wear. I had this one pair of SBs that I would wear all the time. They were brown and pink.
Mhm.
But Nike shoes now feel like they just feel like too small for me.
Really?
Got a wide foot.
Yeah, I guess I do. The
We got,
730s are
we got a
wide.
Brannick
We have a
device.
Brannick device if you want
need
to
to
measure
measure.
your foot. That's
yeah, we could.
Should we do it?
Measure.
We did it last
We
week.
don't need
had
to.
a-
We
We'll
measured.
do that off
we all,
camera.
me-
I just
we
wanted
all
to-
measured our feet.
segment
like,
where
yeah.
we were measuring our feet.
I guess there's maybe one last thing I asked you is like, so during that early era, I feel like there was like this stereotype online where it's like, oh, these are all rich kids, you know,
Yeah.
like the Soho rich kids where like their parents can afford to buy them. Rick
Yeah.
Owens and Balmain, and I feel like there
A
was
lot
like,
of people thought that.
there was like backlash online when it's
Mhm.
like 4Pins would post, you know, all your guys' fits and
Yeah.
whatnot. What did you think of like when people were saying all that?
I mean, they just see a white kid with designer and they're like, oh, this is a rich kid, blah, 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 because they don't know anything about grinding and working hard. So, fuck it.
What's the product that you grinded for the most?
So, the first items I ever bought were me and my friend William would do this do this thing called e-whoring, where you have a virtual webcam that's a girl, and you have buttons that like you could wave and like do all this stuff and take your shirt off and like do everything. So we would post, I don't know if it was on Craigslist or whatever, but like shows, webcam shows, like $50 an hour.
Yeah.
They send the money, we give them the show, and then
And
you
you're
make
in the
money.
show.
No, it's a webcam, bro.
What's
They
it-
see a girl.
It's fake.
It's a fake.
It's
What-
a simulated webcam of a girl. Like,
okay.
And they couldn't tell that it wasn't.
no, they're just horny weirdos. Fucking,
Wow.
dude, they're doing that. They're down bad. So,
Wait, so how much money would you said $50 an hour? Like, how much money would you like make off?
so
of?
we grinded probably like 3 bands, which was to us like
Off
insane.
of fake.
Yeah. And then we bought Mad Acne Studio shit. That was the first thing we bought.
That's
you
the
like Acme
American
Studio
dream.
still?
I mean, yeah, it's cool.
Wait, you went like so you got the money, right?
Yeah.
You went straight to the Acne store in Soho.
No, it was
or-
like PayPal and shit. And we ordered it. And then once you have a few pieces, back then it's like, yeah, it's like
Trading
crack.
stuff.
You just like, I got this shirt, I'll trade this for this box so I could do this, da da da. And that's what's cool about getting something for retail, because you could get a Supreme shirt for $30 and now it's worth $200. And
Well,
you're
there's
like, wow.
there's even all these YouTube challenges. Like I started with this and I worked
Exactly.
myself up to this.
That's what people don't get. And when you have a collection of so much stuff that you grinded for, they're like, oh, he's rich.
Well, I think I remember when we had Kerwin on Full Size Run, he was talking about, you know, that era in like, I think it was the Raf Simons bunny boots was like his like signature thing.
Oh,
but
yeah.
he was like, oh, I was like homeless at the time, sleeping on the train, wearing these Raf Simons boots. Is that like something you kind of connect with that era or?
I mean, yeah, it's just what it is. It's like, we'd rather wear fucking cool clothes than fucking sleep somewhere nice, you know? Like, just what it is. I don't know. I can't explain it. Just like, we're fucking crazy, I guess. I don't know.
very interesting. Man. Before we get out of here, you know, we talked about the upcoming projects. What else? Anything else that you want to touch on?
I mean, just way more shoes. It's not just something small. This is going to be a big shoe brand. Bigger than Adidas, bigger than Nike in the next fucking 50 years, I swear to God. Because this is how it happens. Jokes and stuff become reality. And this is going to be fucking bigger than anything. These guys lost their fucking touch. Okay?
Who?
Everyone.
Nike, Adidas.
They don't know what they're doing.
One last question.
Mhm.
Getting into footwear design, does it make it tougher to go back to T-shirts or no? It's
No.
all fine.
It's easy as fuck.
All right. 50 years. 50 years.
I keep
Think
thinking
we're going to be around, the podcast
I hope-
will be around in 50
I hope
years?
you
We
will
come
be
back?
around in 50 years in your brand. Well, I hope this podcast won't be
I will.
around in 50 years.
It will.
I keep
This
thinking,
podcast?
The
Fuck no.
podcast will?
I'm going to make sure.
Please no.
Oh god, we're gonna be here.
we'll be working for you.
We won't even have chairs.
In-house
Forget the
7:30
back
podcast.
problems.
We'll be here. We'll be here like in wheelchairs, like on the mic.
All right, wait. Question for you guys.
Yeah.
What?
Would you guys wear these shoes?
Me, I wouldn't.
Personally, no.
I'm not an up-tempo guy in general, though.
Yeah, I
I'm
just
a-
wear
they're-
running shoes, so it's like
Maybe
maybe
you like the running shoes.
maybe the running shoe.
Maybe the
if
running
I'm into
shoes.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I keep
They're
thinking.
cool.
I keep thinking in the back of my head when I see the 730. I keep on thinking of was it 310? Games.
Games, yeah.
Her-
310 more yeah.
The 310 Motorsports, the Hurricane shoes.
Oh, the game.
Yeah, the game. Yeah.
Yeah, Hurricanes in store November. Fuck Reebok. Remember when you said
That's
that?
it.
300
That's
bars and running. We were talking about that recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I keep 730. I don't know why I thought 310, but
Yeah.
What do you guys think about the quality though? Feel the leather inside.
Let me see it. Let me
I
see it
think
again.
the suede on this one is actually pretty nice.
Yeah.
And there's like the leather's actually
Yeah, and it
pretty
doesn't
good.
feel flimsy at all.
Did
It
you go
feels
back
like,
and forth a lot with that in order to get the
Highest
materials
quality.
right?
Highest
The
quality.
bubble doesn't feel like a
No one's gonna
real
give
air
it
It's gonna
bubble.
be full bubble. That's a still a sample.
Oh,
Wait, so
that's-
these
still
will...
a sample.
Okay.
No one will pass it to me.
is
on
the
the-
bubble gonna be like softer-ish or?
So I would feel the black bubble because we couldn't go on this one.
The leather on the
this shoe.
inside's nice.
Yeah, and
So I know
they're
that's
gonna be
probably
full
one of-
bubble next time.
That's probably one of the harder parts of manufacturing the shoe to get like a high
What,
end
the bubble?
like get like a high end like air bubble on it
Yeah.
or make it seem like it's. I'm not saying you're copying like Nike or whatever,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like there feels like there's always like a big difference in between like a startup footwear brand and then like
Oh, definitely.
and then like Nike, Reebok, Adidas who can
That's
do more
why-
like proprietary tech on it.
We're like, that's why I didn't want to drop some whack garbage shoes that have fake molds and like all this shit. I was like, okay, I need the money to drop a good quality pair that like actually fit kids and like it won't fucking give them blisters, you know?
Oh, I guess last thing too,
This leather feels
thinking
really
about
good.
that with conversations we had with people. What do you think about like John Geiger and what he's done? With, I mean, I'm not saying he's like making off like knockoff shoes, but like, you know, like loosely inspired sneakers. I know I've had conversations with him in the past where he's talked about like selling his sneaker collection to like build the molds for like all the sneakers he made.
Yeah. So I like the 4 swoosh customs he used to make.
Yeah,
Misplaced
the misplaced checks.
And then a long time ago, when I was trying to make these in like 2018, I was just like, yo, can you help me? And he was like, no. So I said, okay, I respect that.
But at least you reached out, I guess.
No, yeah, he's cool. He's a nice guy.
All right. Thanks so much for joining,
Of
man.
course, man, of
Appreciate it. Be on the lookout for a bunch of stuff coming up.
7T technology.
With Joe La Puma on the billboard.
I'm gonna go. I may
Yeah.
go to the Bayshore High School track and
We're gonna hold you to that.
They make you run faster, jump higher, climb better.
Can you picture an image of Joe on a billboard like in like a mid jump pose, like sprung off the
I would
ground?
love that.
or Fort Greene Park steps like Rocky.
Okay.
That'd be sick. All right, everyone. This has been the Complex Sneakers Podcast. Please like, subscribe. Everyone have a great weekend. We will see you next week.
See you next week.